5 on 5, and now we're taking you inside Mid-Michigan's favorite apple orchard. TV5's Blake Keller is live in Freeland at Leaman's Green Apple Barn with more. Hey, good morning, Blake.
Yeah, good morning, Elena. So we have been showing you behind the scenes pretty much all morning here at Leaman's Green Apple Barn. But we wanted to show you a little bit about this. It's a really unique and old-fashioned, I guess you could say. John, would you agree with me? We're pressing apples with this. Describe what this is, really.
Well, this is a cider press that you probably would have typically found on a family farm going back as far as sometime in the 1800s. I'm not saying that this one is particularly that old, but it's in that neighborhood. And we used one similar to this on the farm even when I was a kid, up until the point where I was a teenager, where every fall we'd drag this behind Grandpa's house and he'd spend about 10 seconds hosing it off to get it clean. And apples were picked off the ground and brought to the cider press, and we all took our turn cranking to get it going. Up in this upper part, the apples would go through the hopper and into the grinder. The apples would fall into this basket here, and when the basket was full, it would get pushed over to the other side, and then the apples would be pressed and the cider would come out. And nowadays, the machine like this would horrify the health department, but we drank the cider and we all survived, and we're the better for it.
All right, and I know we talked about how many apples go into your gallons, but what type of apples do you guys really look for?
We look for, when we're making cider,
yes.
Here's your question, and we look for a blend in the cider, and we usually have, at the beginning of the season, we might only have 3 different kinds of apples in the cider, but as the season progresses and more varieties are available to us, then toward the end of the season, we might have a dozen different varieties in the cider. We like to make a blend.
All right, and lastly, what's your favorite thing about, pressing cider or apples for cider?
Oh, man, a fresh pressed cider, you can't get a better, that nectar of the gods right there.
Just the taste?
The taste, it's in the fall, and it's got that blend of some tart apples and some sweet apples. It's just absolutely delicious.
All right, beautiful. Looking forward to it. Obviously, not their main course for pressing apples. You said the health department would be horrified, but otherwise very cool just to see, the history here at Leaman's. 7 generations is what I was told. So it's family run. They are open till December 24th. That's what most people didn't know that. Reporting live here at Leaman's Apple Barn. Thank you so much for waking up with us. I'm Blake Keller, WNEM TV5.
You know what? I think they do it a little differently now, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Larger quantities too, but man. Yeah.